Okay, so we're going to walk our way through this a little bit at a time. I'm going to write as neat as I can. Normally I would type these, but because of the situation I have when I'm making these videos right now, because my computer isn't letting me make them, I'm going to have to write this stuff. So I'll write it as legibly as I can. So I'm going to go piece by piece here. All right, I am going to actually, before I start, I'm going to highlight the triangles. And if you are doing one of these problems and you don't know where the triangles are, or you're not sure, ask before you start, because if you don't know what triangles you're looking for, it does make it a little bit hard. Every one of my statements should be telling me that there is a congruent piece, all right, one from the green, one from the yellow. So there's no particular order you should go in. So if you look at this and you know what a median is, do that first. If you don't know what a median is, maybe skip that. All right, but a median hits the midpoint, so it creates two equal parts, and so many things create two equal parts. I'm going to put on the opposite side. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that. All right, the median goes like this over here, hits right there. That means those two parts are equal. All right, so I'm going to write a statement, and I'm going to kind of put my statements over here. Actually, we'll put them kind of underneath here. So that's going to tell me YT is congruent to GT. Sorry, arrow's the old way I used to do it, because median creates two equal parts. All right, and again, it doesn't have to say exactly what mine says. So let's go to the next piece. I've got this symbol, which is perpendicular, which creates equal right angles. And remember, we want to look for at least a pair of right angles that are going to be equal, so that when I do this, I'm getting pieces that are the same as each other. So ST is this side, YG is that side, so my right angles are going to live right there. So I'm not going to say they're right angles, I'm going to say they're equal to each other. So I'm going to say angle STY is congruent to angle STG, because perpendicular creates equal right angles. Now, if any of you are thinking you're writing the same thing twice, okay, I'm writing, you can see them in the colors here. I'm writing this in blue, and then I'm writing it again down here. I understand that. All right, you do not have to write it twice. So as you get good at this, you can skip over this part, all right, and you can move right to just writing the statements and making sure that you include it in the because part, all right? But if that's not where you are at yet, we don't want to do that. Once I have exhausted the stuff in the information that's given to me, told to me, I am going to make sure I look for vertical angles and reflexive property to see if that could help me. All right. In a lot of this stuff, it does. It's not a guarantee, but in a lot of it, it does. So I look through. I see that they share this side in common. That's helpful. It's in both of the triangles. So I toss in ST congruent to ST, because of anything's equal to itself or just reflexive property. Okay, so that's basically what I did that's not basically, that is what I did in 9.3b and C and 9.4a and 9.4b. Just I write the statements as I put the marks on. So now these triangles are congruent. My job is to say which one of these five things is happening. Okay, and again, I'm going to use the same system. I'm going to cross things off that can't be true. It has a right angle, so hypotenuse leg is possible. It only has two pairs of congruent sides, so side, side, side is out. Side, angle, side, it has two pairs of congruent sides. It has an angle, so that's possible. Angle, side, angle needs two pairs of angles. It only has one. Same problem with that. So it's either side, angle, side, or hypotenuse leg. It has to be one of them. Hypotenuse leg requires me to know that the hypotenuses are congruent. I don't know that. So hypotenuse leg is out. So it has to be side, angle, side. Remember the angle's in the middle. All right, and it is, because let's do this in orange. Here's one side, here's the other side, there's the angle. All right, because I have a pair of sides, a pair of angles, and a pair of sides. So then my last statement is to write down that the triangles are congruent because of side angle side. So I'm going to write down, I'm going to match my letters up over here, STY. The right angles at T in both triangles. So that means T matches up. ST matches up with ST. It's the same side. So STG. Now, for right now, it's unlikely that it's not unlikely. I'm not going to be picky about the order of your letters for these. But as you get to write your own proofs, it is going to matter that these letters match up with these letters in terms of what pieces match up. All right, now, this is not a full proof. It's missing a little tiny bit, but it's basically a proof. All right, the stuff that it's missing is very, very easy to add in. We'll look at that when you actually start writing your own proofs. All right, this is the process. Take your time. Again, as I said, this whole entire unit with all of these things, this is complicated. It's brand new. It's something that you've never even considered thinking about before.